What is up, weather enthusiasts? I'm your host, Pat's Path Predictor. Let's get right into the weather. Alright, so this is the situation we have right here, ladies and gentlemen. We are looking at a potentially major snowstorm that is going to be hitting much of the Midwest this coming week or so. So what we're looking at is, this is for Tuesday, January 24th right here. I have the GFS pulled up right here, and this is the simulated reflectivity precipitation type, to be more specific right here. And this is what the GFS is saying. So we're having the snowstorm starting to develop around Kansas or so, around Kansas, Oklahoma. It actually starts on the 23rd, as a matter of fact, and then it starts moving through the Midwest, entering Missouri on the 24th right there. Snow starts falling in northern Illinois. Originally, it starts out as rain, as it looks like it, and then it transitioned into very heavy snow right here. If we're taking a look at some of the DBZ recordings right here, we're looking at over 40 DBZ, which, for those of you who don't know what DBZ is, that's basically the reflectivity of the snowfall right there. Basically, the reflectivity of the snowflake size, to be more specific. So, basically, 40 dBz for snow, that's about 2 to 3 inches of snowfall right there, if you're looking at that right there, because the dBz for snowfall is actually less than the dBz for rainfall, but I'm not going to get too much more into that. I'm going to go ahead and continue showing what's going on with this. So, this is what we have right here, that as we continue to move on. It looks like the Chicago area, just south of Chicago, for parts of northern Indiana, gets shellacked really, big time right here. And that pressure drops down to around 987 right here, as we can see it, around 986.87 millibars. So this is going to be a very powerful mid-latitude cyclone we're looking at right here. And eventually it exits the United States by Thursday, January 26th. Now, the big question of the day is, how much snowfall are we looking for? So we're going to go ahead and show you 3 different runs. The first one we're going to show you is actually the GFS. I just pulled it up right here. This is the GFS we have right here, and this is for the 24th. Things really start blowing up with this one right here. Take a look at this. This is for parts of Indiana right here, northern Indiana. Around a foot of snow for that part right there as it continues to move through. This isn't even taking into account potential lake effect snow that's going to be moving through from the back end of it, because those winds are definitely going to basically, cause some lake effect snow from Lake Michigan from that, because basically how it works is low pressure systems spin counterclockwise, and those winds that are in the back end of it are flowing basically south to southeast. So that's going to help contribute to some lake effect snow right there. So that's what we're looking at right here. Potentially a foot of snow for parts of South Bend. We're looking at potentially 14 inches of snow by 9 o'clock on Thursday night, Thursday the 26th right there. So something interesting definitely to take a look at. Next one we're going to talk about is the European run. The European run isn't being as aggressive, but it is trending in that direction. Let me explain. So before we get to any of that, let's go ahead and go to the zero run. The zero run was less aggressive in the Chicago area, about 5 inches or so in parts of Cook County, around 3 inches or so in northern Indiana right here. South Bend getting around 4.5 inches. Parts of Indiana getting around 6 to 7 to 8 inches of snow right there. But if we take a look at the 12Z, there's a different shift right there. And the 12Z is actually bringing 5 inches of snow for St. Louis, which was at 2 beforehand. Brings about 5 inches of snow for parts of northern Indiana. Brings around, I'd say, 6 or 7 inches of snow in South Bend. About 8 to 10 inches in Indianapolis, which is absolutely a dramatic shift from the 0Z. If we take a look at that, Indianapolis was getting around 6 to 7 inches. We're looking at around 8 to 10 from there. So those models are starting to uptick a little bit, which is something I've been noticing. The last run we're actually going to be talking about is on Tropical Tidbits. It's called the CMC run. The CMC is one of the best winter weather models that is out there, and I use this a little bit during hurricane systems, but the CMC is not great with tropical weather. It is extremely good, though, with those winter systems, and this is what the CMC is bringing for much of the frickin' Midwest right there. So this is what we're looking at. We're looking at potentially over a foot of snow for parts of Indiana, around 11 inches for South Bend, around 8 to 9 inches in St. Louis, Madison County right there, St. Clair County, St. Louis County, seeing around a general area. And look at this transition area right here. This is the difference between 6 inches of snow and an inch of snow right there. And that's within 30 miles or so. So definitely something to keep an eye on as time continues to go on here. But the CMC Yes, it is being a little aggressive right now, but it is one of the best models that is out there that we have in our arsenal right now. And we will continue to update you guys here on the Pat's Path Predictor channel. But with that being said, we're going to go ahead and wrap up this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you are new. It helps me out, helps me make more videos like these. The goal of this channel is to get more people engaged with weather. But with that being said, have a wonderful day. Stay safe.